My name is Cheryl Wilson, and I am the co-founder of Yimbie. So welcome to Yimbie. So what is this Yimbie? Yimbie is a personal concierge app. We take GPS, the Internet of Things, and server logic so that we can better understand what our user preferences are, and we match them with the products and services that they love. Now, for our customers' point of view, they're enjoying Yimbie from the standpoint that we take these preferences, we bring them forward into the customer dashboard, and that gives them a beautiful picture of who is actually walking in their store. So that engagement actually becomes very personal. So now I would like to introduce you to Mary. Mary is a user. Now, Mary has traveled 6 continents. She has 1 left. She has a gluten sensitivity, so traveling is actually quite hard, especially in non-touristy areas, because she doesn't like all the flash. Now, when she's at home, she's actually afraid to try new places because she's concerned whether or not they'll be able to work with her dietary needs. So she was honest, and she says, you know what? Sometimes I'm a little lazy, and frankly, I'm way too tired to even start investigating new places. And they live in downtown Toronto, and actually they eat out, surprisingly, 3 to 4 times a week. Now, this is Marilyn. Marilyn is the Director of Marketing Communications for a fine art and theater complex. Now, Marilyn was telling us that her customers, they really want to know what's going on, but the problem she's seeing is they are not either reading their information, she's sending them newsletters, Twitter, Facebook posts, but then they come back and say, you know what, Marilyn, we just really want to know what we care about, so don't send me all that other stuff. So she's saying that's really hard because I can't get that specific. So what Yimbie is going to do is we are going to take Mary and Marilyn and we're going to bring them together. We're going to match them. So we know Mary's preferences. You can see here, gluten-free. She cares about neighborhoods. She does have premium brand information, meaning that she does have dollars to spend as long as it's fair. And in Marilyn, she marries up quite nicely with someone like Mary. So Yimbie's goal is to do exactly this, is to bring these two together. So today, Yimbie is a one-app solution, and we're testing in St. John right now with the help of Yimbie in an intelligent tourism platform. So from this, we're going to start in May and go through September, and then we're going to be ready to share the data at the Big Data Summit coming up. So this will really be our test of, can we bring Mary and Marilyn together? So why tourism? I love tourism. My background is travel and tourism. I have 2 co-founders, Jeff and Terry. Jeff is our COO, and he is that in-between person that can actually translate between myself and Terry, our CTO. So they have 20 years of expertise, and I have 20 years of expertise in travel and tourism. So when we take a look at what tourism is doing at a global level, we know it's the 5th fastest growing economy. We also know that 5% is growing rapidly every year because of the emerging markets, the emerging middle class. When we bring it back down into North America, 1.5 trillion in the US and 88.5 billion in Canada. Bring it down a little bit more, 90 and 25. I gotta admit, I'm still working on where we're headed. After Atlantic Canada, we're testing quite rapidly. We want to move into the eastern seaboard. That is a traditional knowledge base for travel and tourism between New Brunswick and into New England and Ontario, because we do have connections in Ontario, and that is a good fit for us to begin. It is free for the user to download. There are monthly fees for the customer. I'm going to be basing these on the number of users, the features, and the customizable ability that the customer is looking for, because we can really get specific to what their needs are. Yes, we share this space. Facebook, Twitter, your usual suspects. Traditional media, Lonely Planet. In the Beacon World, Shopkick, Urban Airship, we throw TripAdvisor as well as Yelp, and there are more. Why are we different? Why do we stand out? I mentioned this, our team. We're a one-app solution. This means we're citywide. So you download the app once. It can plug into any others, whether it be at a Hilton or a Starwood. We plug these in, and then when you step out of your lodging, you're into the greater ecosystem. And then you can go to events, and then you will cross-promote with restaurants and theater. And all the while, we are cross-promoting with your preferences and what is important to you, because what you are about is different than what I'm about. And we want to match you with your ideal customer and end user. I'm going to close quickly. Our vision, and I think this is one thing that in my studies of Europe, Australia, and the US, when we're looking at this type of Internet of Things, GPS, notification systems, because Yimbie is going to be on the ground, but it's also going to have that home flair too. What they're missing is these are personal devices. Mobile is a behavior. We have to protect that. And if you are going to communicate to someone's personal device, it has to be personal, it has to be relevant, it has to make sense, it has to be important to me, and if it isn't, you're going to lose it, and we're going to lose the value of this entire technology. Because it is personal, and it has to be a useful engagement.